Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your What's Cracking for Thursday the 8th of November. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I've had the pleasure of reading for lots of you this week, so it's been a really amazing week. If you do want a personal reading from me, because I'm busy and I go to work during the week, I don't always get the time to put the details underneath the videos. But what you can do is go back to one of the weekly videos, because I always put all the details in the weekly. If you can't find something for whatever reason, you can check out my website at www.theaussiegoddess.com. And it does have everything on there that you might need, including having a video. I only charge $30 to do a 10 to 15 minute video like the ones you watch on here. If you want one of those, it's good to send me questions so I can stay really focused, because when you've only got 10 to 15 minutes, you don't have as much time to tune in to someone. So if I have some questions, it gives me a good starting point. Some people have been sending photos, so if you wanted to sort of find out about something in particular, I'm happy to take your photos as well. So whatever you'd like. If you'd like a longer reading with me and you are overseas, please remember that I have to work out the timing. It's worked out beautiful so far. So I can get up really early in the morning, which for most people, say in the United States, is in their evening, and vice versa, because I think there's somewhat between 12 to 15 hours from here to the US. So I am reading for somebody in Vegas on Sunday. When I read for them at 9 o'clock Sunday, it's like they're 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. So just to give you an idea. So that's the only thing. Now at the moment I have around about a week's wait, although because I work full time, I'm only able to do, sometimes 3 readings in an evening, but I try to keep it to 2 because I'm a bit of an early bird, and you see, because I get up in the morning at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock and do these. So I do like to get to bed early. I'm getting on a bit. I like having that nice early night, and I like a bit of a relaxed time after my own job. So yes, so I try to keep to 2 readings a night, but can do the weekends. But again, I like to keep to sort of only 1 or 2 on the weekends too, because of course I like to catch up with my family. I try to keep a really, really balanced, a really balanced existence. But anyway, so enough blurbing. I will get on with your reading. So it's Thursday, guys, the 8th of November. I don't even want to know how many weeks it is till Christmas. I know everybody keeps talking weeks at the moment, but I know soon they go to days and then it gets a bit scary. So, all right, let's get cracking. Okay, so the front card we have out today is the 8 of Cups. I'm just turning it around the right way because my cards are all over the place, so they'll come out upside down, but I'll read the energies as I feel them. The 8 of Cups talks about walking away from a situation. Now, it's not something that you're walking away from altogether, although you might be. Sometimes it can mean you're just moving away at the moment because you're not satisfied with what's currently here, and you may come back once you find what you're looking for. But what your situation you're in at the moment is just not, it's just not cutting it. What I always think is there's 8 cups here, and he's looking for the 2 cups that aren't here for the 10 of cups. So he's, or she, is probably there after love, romantic love, because the cups are only showing 8 and they want more than that. So they look like they're off to find love. Now that could just mean not physically walking away from something too, although we do think of it as physically walking away. Sometimes that's just tuning out in terms of, maybe taking time out to do that. So the first card we have here is the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups can represent Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer. He's a man who's learned to control his emotions. He's no longer standing in the water. He's sort of been able to stand back. He's tempered his emotions. So it could be someone you're dealing with at the moment. Definitely feels like a person. There's some sort of decision to be made here. You may have walked away from this person because they weren't offering you what you wanted. But definitely a decision here around this Two of Swords as to whether you move back towards him or not, or whether you cut him out. So she looks so like I couldn't give a two hoots about what's going on here. Like, I've never seen anybody more, you know, disinterested. So she's trying to make her mind up, or you're trying to make your mind up on whether you move away from this person or towards this person. With the Eight of Cups at the beginning, I say there's a good chance you're walking away from this person because they're not offering you what you feel you're entitled to or you feel you deserve. But let's keep going. Okay, and another card of moving away. Oh boy, you're in a pickle at the moment. Something's going on for people out there. There's people here trying to decide whether they stay with something or whether they move away. And I feel like there's love to be had with this person for sure. But they're not either reciprocating or they're not getting it. They're sleeping through it. They're not waking up. But it may be that this person isn't in your life at the moment, that you've walked away from them in the past. And now you're wondering whether to walk away from them emotionally. If we're doing a work reading here, it could be that you are making a decision to walk away from something that you've been doing in your working life because it isn't serving you and you're thinking of moving into something else. But whatever it is, you're making the decision to, you have lots of options. It's not like you haven't got options, and you may be a bit confused at the moment on which way to go. Okay, quick recap. For some of you, this is actually not a physical move away from someone. I don't think you're with this person at the moment. I think they've either come from your past or some sort of, perhaps you've had a bit of a thing for them and they've never shown or reciprocated, and you're wondering whether it's worth keeping going with because your heart has been set on this person, but now you're realizing you need to move away from them. I think that maybe for some of you, or actually for any of you listening to this that can resonate, you're confused about this situation. Maybe you've liked them for a long while and they haven't reciprocated, you haven't heard from them. Maybe you've put the word out and they've never come back to you. Because there's this feeling here that you're not actually with them at the moment, or maybe you've never been with them, but you've always loved them. But there's this sort of feeling here of, you know, do I keep thinking about them or do I just give up completely here and move on? Definitely, look, you can see that here. Do I just give up with this situation and move forward? Because I'm not getting what I want and I'm just confused by all of these feelings. Look, you always move on. Always. The advice is always to move on. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You have to trust the universe. The Knight of Swords is here. Now, the Knight of Swords talks of, you know, action. He's slaying a dragon here. And there's sort of a message here. Hang on a second. It's sort of like you need to stop feeling this way or move away from how you're feeling because it's doing damage to you. The other person doesn't know. The other person hasn't either woken up or they haven't responded or reciprocated, and you're being called to walk away from the situation. You need to cut them out. This Page of Swords is here. You need to cut it out. It's causing you so much confusion here, so much pain and so much worry. You know, when you're waiting for someone to come back, when you love someone or you're interested in someone and you've put the word out that you feel that way and they don't respond, you can't sit around waiting for this to come in. You have to move on with your life. And it's really funny because I did a reading extremely like this last night. So it's obviously, you know, all those people out there waiting for people to return, twin flames, soulmates, whatever you're waiting on. The universe won't bring you something in while you're waiting. You need to put yourself aside, you need to get on with your life, and you need to be caring about you. because you're putting all your energy into the universe and it's not doing anything. So if you want someone back, you can't sit around and think about it 24 hours a day. You're just ruining your life. You have to just, you know what, trust the universe is going to bring something back to you. And you need to just move forward with your life. You know, go out and get dressed up. Go out with your friends. Have fun. Don't let life stop you, because the offer will come in when it's ready. And I have the Knight of Coins here. So you have like lots of indications here that what you want will come back to you, but it won't come back to you while you're waiting, because Spirit wants you to develop yourself. If you're just dedicated and all your mind, time, thoughts, heart, energy are all invested in the other person, you're not doing the work that you should be doing. And sometimes the work is just being able to walk away and let it work out for himself. We have a 3 of Coins here. I've blurbed on a lot in this reading. The 3 of Coins is a card of working on something. So what you have to understand is the universe is actually working on this. You don't need to be. So when you're manifesting, you put the intent out there and you trust and you're positive and you let it go. You let it go. If it was yours and it's returning to you, it will come back in its own time. Some of us have waited a long time for people to return. 10 of Coins here. So definitely a beautiful outcome here, because the universe is saying here, if you do the work you're supposed to do on yourself, we'll do the other stuff. You don't have to worry. We've got it here. 3 of Coins, 10 of Coins. We've got your destiny. It's beautiful. Look at it. It's rich. It's fantastic. But you need to go and do your own work while we're sorting all the other stuff out. Okay. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. So it could be that some of you aren't trusting this message, and that's fine. I only deliver the messages. I don't make them up for the sake of it. So there are people out there that need to listen to this message. You won't feel good about it. It will cut to the core, because you don't want to know what the universe is saying at this time, because you're hurting, you're thinking about someone and you're waiting for them to return. But I can tell you now, they will not return while you're sad, because your vibration's too low and you are stuck in this sad vibration, and you need to get into your grateful thinking. And I know I have people saying to me all the time, oh, why do you have to be so positive? Just let me wallow in my misery. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You need to let it go. You need to understand how to be grateful. You need to understand that in order to manifest, you put the message out there and let Spirit deliver for you. And if you do the work and you bring yourself around, you've raised your vibration and you put yourself in the beautiful place that you should be in, then it will come back to you. But you've got to do that, and you can't keep questioning, where is it? What's happening? Why hasn't it happened yet? None of that. You just have to trust it will happen in its own time. Giving up control and trusting the universe is the hardest lesson for anybody. It's so difficult, because we all want to question. We're humans. Our egos do that. Why isn't it happening? What's wrong with me? Why am I sitting here waiting? Nothing's going on. I haven't had a call. It's been 3 years, 5 years, 20 years for some people. But it will happen. It's just you've got to put in the good work. And you go off and you do your own thing. And some people meet someone else and have another relationship before somebody returns to them. But that is how life works. And I say to you often, I've had people of 20, 30 years who finally are with their soulmates. I'm not saying you have to wait that long. I'm just saying you can't sit and wait. Imagine sitting there for 20 years in your armchair looking at the door. I couldn't even imagine that. So please, if you are thinking someone's going to return to you, or you want someone to return to you, it's time now just to get on your own path and do what you need to do. Hard, tough reading I'm sending out this morning, and I know that some people are going to go, I don't want to do that. You know, I want them back. I just want to sit here and wait, and that's okay. Enjoy your day.